Before we begin, we want to go ahead and share our disclosures. Any symbols you see today, any companies that we discuss, should not be inferred as a trader recommendation. Before any type of investing, you should take the time to do your own due diligence and see if this investment matches who you are as a trader. Stock, forex, futures, options all have a level of risk associated with them. You can lose your money. It's important that you are aware of all risk involved with any trading decision that you make. Any strategies, any symbols, any setups that we discuss are purely for informational purposes only. Future results are not guaranteed. And once again, any investment decision you make is still in your own responsibility. Trade at your own risk.
Hello traders, I'm Michael Glass from michaelglass.com with today's You Make the Call video. In each You Make the Call video, we take the time by looking at some of the stock market's most popular stocks, by discussing their market buzz, what the traders are saying, and what the analysts are projecting for that stock. We're also going to look at some of the upcoming market news, which may change that sentiment and buzz. Finally, we'll discuss the key technical analysis price levels that every investor should know in order to make an educated decision on whether to buy or sell. Today's You Make the Call stock is Apple. So let's begin. I'm sure that many of our Mac addicts can tell you that the current buzz about Apple is the upcoming Worldwide Developer Conference from June 11th to June 15th. Now, what can we expect to see from the WWDC? The first thing we can expect to see is a presentation about the functionality and features of the new iOS 6. And one of the, creating a little buzz, a little talking across the blogosphere is the expected release of a new map app from Apple, moving us away from Google Maps. And of course, we know that ever since Google entered the smartphone market, that relationship between Apple and Google has soured a bit. And this is just another step in that widening of friendship, widening of relationship between Google and Apple. Apple is supposed to release their own map app as a part of iOS 6. Now, to preempt that, Google has made an announcement that they're going to have a Google Maps event this upcoming Thursday, June 7th. Both Apple and Google Maps are supposed to have 3D functionality. In addition, we expect to see some type of Facebook integration with iOS 6. What's important about that is two things. We know that the Facebook IPO didn't go out so well. And what we saw when Twitter was integrated into the iOS was an increased usage of Twitter. So I'm sure Facebook is hoping to see that same benefit as Apple integrates Facebook into its iOS. And of course, Facebook is also a competitor of Google, Facebook, Google+. So I'm sure that didn't hurt in Apple's desire to increase the usage and integrate Facebook into the new iOS. Also at the WWDC, we expect to see a new line, a revamped look for the MacBook Pro series is what I'm trying to say, and an improved functionality of the cameras for the iPad and the iPhone. iPhone. What the real buzz going around the blogosphere is, will we finally see iPhone 5 at Apple's WWDC conference? Of course, you know, the rumors going across the net is that we're going to see a larger screen, we'll see a smaller dock, and of course improved camera functionality. But the question is, will it finally be released? Will it be available, announced at the WWDC to be released and available for sale in October? That's what everybody says. Of course, everybody's leaning that way, but people are also leaning that you will hear something about the iPhone at the iPad 3 event or the new iPad event, and it didn't happen. So I can't guarantee it, but it's what the current experts, the technology gurus, are all leaning to expect to see some announcement about iPhone 5 at Apple's WWDC. Let's go ahead and pull up the charts and take a look at the technical analysis key price levels.
As we begin to look at our technical analysis for Apple, what we can see is a couple things. First of all, beautiful, beautiful chart going up. We had our lovely earnings here in January, but it was also this earnings right here where we had the surprise iPad sales, so that really took us up. So even though we started to pull back, we gassed up on the earnings. But you can see as the market pulled back, so has Apple. Now the market is all the way down here at the 200 moving average, while Apple is still up here. And that's why I'm saying on the daily, we really see sideways price action. However, what's important is two things. We have lower swing highs. So that's why I'm not going to say we're up, because we have lower swing highs. We have 3 of them now. However, this is seem to see some support here at this 525 and also at this 550. So that's why I'm still saying sideways instead of sideways to down. So we're seeing basically overbought here on stochastics, RSI and MACD kind of in the middle of nowhere, so they're kind of sideways. And you can see that sideways price action here in the charts. As I zoom out to the monthly, we really begin to see how beautiful this chart is for Apple. Just beautiful, really just a beautiful chart. And just in the last 3 months here, some type of pullback to our 10 moving average. You can see our 10 moving average was support this whole running ride up. So it'll be interesting to see, but it's all the way down here around 500. On a monthly, we are overbought, so there's plenty of room to head down, like to our 10 moving average, according to our 3 musketeers, MACD, RSI, and stochastic, all overbought. Now, as I zoom in and look at the smaller time frames, here we are looking at Apple once again on the daily. We can see that support at 550 here, as we just talked about. We can also see that we broke out ever so slightly of these lower highs, but then with Friday's price action, we now just made a newer lower high. So we thought we had a little breakout here potential. You saw we even had a nice candle here for Wednesday. And keep in mind, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were all bad for the market, but we had a good Wednesday. The market has pulled back. So will this downtrend line act as support? We'll have to find out. Here we can see that price action really just kind of hovering in between 560 and 580, putting the point of control here at 568, 569. If we do get below 560, you can kind of see that we have a little vacuum here in volume, and our next area of support is not until 535. So we have to watch out once we get below 560, specifically 555, 550. So to summarize our key technical analysis points for Apple, we can see that our monthly trend is up, our daily is sideways, and our hourly is sideways to up. So we definitely do not have multi-time frame agreement. Long term, yes, we are up, but we might be seeing a little weakness right now. As the market weakens, it is even pulling back down Apple with it. Our indicators on the daily are showing overbought on stochastic, while RSI and MACD are moving sideways. Our key price levels for support is $550, resistance at $580, where our point of control, where most of our price action has most recently happened, is at around 569 at 568.88.
So, is Apple a buy or is it a sell? You make the call.